Alright, let's keep it real here, ladies and gentlemen. The Tunneler. The first one in the video. Yes. A lot of survivors hate this, but let's get real here. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, other killers make the whole killer community look bad because all they do is just tunnel. Me, personally, there is games I have to tunnel. I feel like if I'm going against a good group, then I have to tunnel. But if I'm going against a lackluster group, I don't need to tunnel. I kind of just exchange hooks, have fun. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing if I'm trying to rise the ranks, yeah, I'll tunnel. But no. These guys, the tunnelers, they don't care. They won't hit nobody. They won't exchange no hooks. The only person they see is that one person they hook once. They hook that one person first, it's all over. They don't care if somebody's working on a generator right next to them. They gotta make sure that motherfucker's out again by tonight. It's crazy, dog. Okay, let's go with the worst camper in my opinion. I've never face camped in my life. But you know something, face campers don't have no real motive. They do it because they just don't care. They don't care if it's 5 gens. They don't care if it's endgame. They will face camp you no matter what. They'll look you right in your eyes while you're on the hook and dying, while people are trying to get you off the hook. But guess what? This really backfires on face campers now because there's an anti-camp mechanic. Where if the killer is near I don't know how close to the hook, I need to actually look that up. There's a bar that'll let you off the hook. You know, you can save yourself for free. It's 100% for free. It's a bar, you know. But it goes slower if people are around. So this is where the perk reassurance comes in, and you know, face campers get screwed over a lot because of that perk and that mechanic. So don't worry about it. But let's get real here. It's filter. Okay, the Swift Abusers. What is a Swift Abuser? Well, I think I am technically a Swift Abuser. If I find out that I'm going against a Swift in the beginning of a match, my whole day changes. Everything. Sorry, I just yawned. No one is safe, bro. Swift Abusers usually just target Swifts mainly. If they go against random players, they will play normal. But if you go against a Swift, you will use their altruistic gameplay in their flashlights and blah 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 against them. Entirely. You will use everything just to win that game. And you'd probably be like, what's the problem with that? And you know what? There is no problem with that. But survivors have to be aware that if you really go against a real killer main, killer main that's very experienced and don't give a fuck about anything, you are probably cooked most of the time. Okay, I'm definitely guilty for this the most. Between tunneling and this is probably the second most. Proxy camping. It's where you're near the hook, but you're not exactly looking at them. You're just kind of just around them. Proxy camping is actually pretty smart. You don't have to be in somebody's face to get a lot done. Believe it or not, when you go against Swifts, proxy camping is actually not a bad option in my opinion. Proxy campers will just stay around the vicinity of the hook and just make sure that nobody doesn't get to a certain, too close. Now for me, I don't proxy camp the whole time. Yeah, camping is camping, don't get me wrong. But there's different types of camping, and when survivors start to call out killers for proxy camping, believe it or not, it's pretty sad because you gotta understand something, guys. You gotta understand, it's 4 against 1. You just have to respect the fact that we'll do anything to win. The Traitor. What is the Traitor? Now this is where things start getting interesting because y'all probably like, what the hell is the Traitor? Well, let me tell y'all like it is. It's basically a killer that doesn't believe in tunneling whatsoever. He will not go for the same person once they've been hooked, no matter what. So, he will make sure that survivors are trading hooks. That's the thing. I seen this actually happen. When I was playing a survivor game, there was this one killer. He would never go for me. He was at 2 generators left, right? And his first hook was on me. I told everybody in my slip that, yo, the smart thing for him to do is actually tunnel. Dead ass. If he tunnels now, he could actually pull this through. Nope. He avoided me completely. He let me do generators in front of him. He wouldn't even hit me. He wouldn't do nothing. He would make sure he would go after somebody else. Killers, don't play like that, okay? If you are losing horribly, you gotta do what you gotta do, alright? Ooh, the chasers. Okay, so you're probably like, what? That's the point, right? Yes, but there are some killers that are just so damn consistent. I mean, killer mains that are so damn consistent in chasing that they can make it their own playstyle. They suck at camping hooks. They suck at patrolling generators. They suck at everything. Shoot, they even suck at sometimes getting a kill. But, you know, one thing they're really good at is at least getting a down based off of chasing. See, what I mean by this is by the over chasing part, where they don't care, bro. They don't care how bad they're losing. They will chase you to the ends of the earth just to get a down. And these guys are actually quite dangerous because if you would go against a real good chaser, and I don't mean one that can mind game, I mean one that just knows exactly how to, like, he just got you. I don't know. He got your number, bro. The moment he got you locked on, you're cooked, most likely. Now, the mind gamer. Hear me out. Every killer knows how to mind game, but not to the extent of the mind game. I call these guys the gods of BDD killer mates, in my opinion. Because these guys can't lose in a chase necessarily. See, the one thing about them, they don't really chase. They get the one loot, and the game's already over for that one survivor. Like, it's already over. They're so damn smart that they're already like 3 steps ahead of what the survivor is thinking about doing. Like, no, it's all over. Shoot, you think the survivor's gonna double back to Shaq? Well, guess what? He moonwalked behind a rock, and he got his swipe on you, and you didn't even see it happen, bro. Like, damn, I just got injured? Like, what just happened? Then boom, I never hit. Trust me, the mind gamers are crazy good. And sometimes they do miss their hits, and they're kind of bad at chasing, but you know what? They're not bad at outsmarting survivors all day. A lot of people will call these guys killers with personality. So hear me out. If a survivor and killer are basically communicating with each other, like doing funny shit. Let's say somebody's on the hook, right? And then a survivor walks up, and this killer is basically just face camping them, right? He'll turn around, look at the survivor, and they'll have like a whole negotiation, bro. And the survivor's trying to shake his head, trying to like, yo, just let me get him, this is wrong. And the killer's like, no. Until the killer finally gives in. Or the killer could finally trick you into taking up your own life. I mean, shoot, this killers with personality mainly. Like, they will play the game in more of like a fun version of just trying to straight up kill you. At least they'll give you chances, at least they'll let you negotiate. Like, oh, you let her go, you can take me. Or, you know, you can break 5 pallets in return, something like that. Okay, this is more of an interesting and more common take, but the slug. You already know by the name. These guys will slug everybody. They will never hook one person. Me? I slug, but I don't just slug. I slug with reason. If I know I can take out the whole game, then that's different. No, this guy slugs no matter what. He doesn't believe in hooking his victims. He just wants to slug and lets you die on the ground, bro. He will let everybody die on the ground. He does not care, man. The slugger is probably one of the most dangerous ones because I seen a whole Michael Myers without C3 slug a whole team in under 20 seconds. That shit was wild. He was in the high ranks too, like Adolescent 1. He said it too. Oh, I just like slugging people. That's Michael Myers. I just show how easy the game is and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the hell? Is that nice? So, who is or what is the judge for killers? These are the guys who basically judge everything you do in the game and choose if you deserve to be let go. So, let's say there's some people who will give you hats because, oh man, you played well. Yeah, that's the judge right there. Or, you know, some of them might seem like they're being nice, but believe it or not, some people will let people know if they played a really great game. Like, man, you know, you was the only one I saw on hooking you in general. You was basically the whole team. I killed your whole team, and here you are. Your team wasn't even that good. You know what? You deserve to get hatched. Just go. Like, honestly, that's the judge. And then guess what? The killer will put up a great performance against I guess the survivor they're talking about is like, huh, you really just outplayed me. Like, you deserve to leave. Trust me. I bet you do get those types of games here. Like, it's rare, but you find a judge is actually exciting. The trick. Oh. So, number one, this is more like picking a certain killer with the playstyle. So, there's only 3 killers that you can. 4. Maybe 5, actually. Okay. Any killer that has anything to do with range in the game, like Huntress, Unknown, Springtrap, Trickster, or, yeah, Clown, any range killers. These guys do the craziest trick shots just to hit you with something. It's just ridiculous. These guys definitely played Call of Duty back in their day, man. And you know what? I actually love to see it. It's just, it annoys me when they do hit it. They'd be like, damn. Like, they got it, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, what can you say? Wait, how can you get mad at somebody just doing straight trick shots and actually hitting the trick shots? You can't get mad at that. You just can't. You can't. And if you do, you're a loser. The Farmer. This is the only playstyle in the game that probably won't kill a survivor ever. The Farmer is usually just somebody who's farming blood points. They don't want to kill them. All they want to do is farm blood points and get to the next match. Word. Just to keep farming. Honestly, it's just, okay. They'll probably hook you 2 times, then let everybody go. Like deadass. They want your powers dropped on them. They want to break windows. They want to break doors. They want to hit generators. They want to use their power maximum. They will not kill a survivor. These are the only killers I will say you should be happy to get, because it's basically a free win and a free 100, 200,000 blood points, whatever offerings you run, or whatever, you know what I mean? But trust and believe, the Farmers are actually really nice people. They just want to get their money and go. Okay, so the Troll. You're probably wondering, what is the Troll? Well, usually it's just somebody who trolls survivors all day as killer. For example, like hitting them a million times on the hook, like nodding to them when they're already down, stuff like that. It's a playstyle because it makes the survivors mad. You get the survivors angry, and then they start doing stupid stuff. And then they start getting anxious, then they leave the game. I'm telling you, it's a playstyle. It's surprising. Somebody even told me he loves doing that, and he loves it when he makes survivors mad. Sure, he gets the most messages besides the tunneler and the camper, for sure. But then let's get real here. If he's winning games, what can you say? He's making them mad based off the way how he's playing. And he's not even top tier good. He's just an A1 troller. And he doesn't even pick up. Dude barely picks up, so he baits flashlight saves, and then the moment he gets a hit, he starts nodding at them. Yeah, great gameplay. That in-game God. Guys, let me teach y'all something right now. This might become a tips and tricks with a 1-minute video. 1-minute version of this. If somebody is playing really ass in the beginning, do not underestimate them, okay? Because they will probably rock your world. The in-game God pretends that they're actually trash, right? And then the moment you do all the generators, or there's 1 generator left, it's over. He becomes a whole different person. Number 1, he already has a perk set up for him to just squash out. So that's even worse. Number 2, he's actually one of the best versions of the killer of the game. If he's the number 1 Freddy, he's the number 1 Freddy. He will squash y'all. He will make y'all believe y'all are fine. He will make y'all DC too, because he will make it seem like everything's fine. Oh man, we're going against that trash killer. He'll play the game in the beginning, but he'll wreck you in game now. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you haven't seen the killer in a whole minute between 2, and nobody hasn't been chased, but people have been injured, you are going against a peekaboo killer. What I say is this killer stays completely undetectable. You don't know where he is. You don't know anything. His whole play style is just to make sure you never know where he is. You can't, if you are in a Swift, nobody doesn't have eyes for this guy. Usually this might be some Ghostface mains or Wraith mains or something. Somebody who you just can't see easy. Even Michael Myers. But that's a whole nother category. But trust and believe, Where's the Killer is scary to go against. Because trust and believe, guys, when you really are always thinking like, oh my gosh, am I next? Like deadass. It's a whole different ballgame when you're really paranoid and you just don't know where he is. So, this is probably the second. I know I said this is the farmer, but no. The good guy, he won't get on y'all. Trust me. He won't kill y'all at all. What he wants is, he's basically a killer with personality. He just wants to meet new people, be okay with the survivors, let them drop some pallets, break. He's basically the farmer, but actually a genuinely good guy. And he won't even hook y'all, so that's even great. When you meet a good guy killer, it kind of changes everything you see in like killer names. Trust me, you be like, oh, not all killers are bad. And in the next game, you get like a tunneler or a camper or something, crazy, or endgame god. Yeah, pray. Just pray that you don't get an endgame god. But the good guys usually just cool. I don't really know what more to say. Have I ever been a good guy? No. I slaughtered all my victims. Wolf in sheep clothing. I will tell you something. These guys are the actors of the year. They will make it seem like they're being nice to you, then out of nowhere, they will destroy you. The difference is between the endgame god is the endgame god actually will play the game throughout. The wolf in sheep's clothing won't lay a finger on anybody. It's hell the moment they feel like it. It's not even about endgame. Until the moment something just happens. See, the wolf in sheep's clothing, they will legit snap. Anything could happen, bro. It could happen in real life. Shit, their wife just yelled at them, or their son just broke the sink. I don't know. It could be anything, right? Just loses his mind. It's over. Just letting you know. When dude's having a bad day, he's having a bad day. And then he becomes the troll, and every archetype that I just said instead of the farmer and the good guy. He will wreck you because he's having a bad game. Oh my goodness. Look, mainly, this kind of goes with the Where's the Killer, but his whole objective is just to get you scared. So, especially if he's like, trying to find TTVs, then he joins the stream afterwards, and you're like, oh my god, I was so scared. Yeah, his whole playstyle is just scaring you. Or DVDs should still be, in some sort of ways, a horror game. And these guys kind of make it that's what it is, bro. He will scare the hell out of you. Sure, Where's the Killer definitely scares you. It makes you paranoid. But the jump scares, like the intentional jump scaring, like, his whole objective. And usually these guys are Michael Myers mains or Ghostface mains, where they just like, Scratch Mirror Myers or, Ghostface mechanics. And they just go around scaring people. And don't get me wrong, it makes the game more fun. They won't hit you. I'll tell you that. They won't hit you. They'll just grab you off the gym and scare you. The Moonwalker. No matter what situation it is, these guys will moonwalk. Shoot. These guys don't even chase walking right at you. Sometimes they moonwalk chase you. How do they know? Most likely they injure you and they're just tracking you from like a Perkwood Strider or something. I don't know. But nonetheless, these guys are like mind gamers, but all they do for a mind game is just moonwalk. And trust me, these guys will screw with your mind because you will think that they're actually coming at you with the red stain, but they're actually moving away from you with moonwalking. Like, it's actually crazy, bro. Some moonwalkers are very efficient on how they do it. Like, they're very good on how they do it, man. They don't just hide the red stain. They use the red stain in their advantage. They want you to see the red stain. Then they'll flip, moonwalk towards you, then do a 360 and hit you, bro. Yeah. If you ever went against somebody like that, trust me, it's crazy. Less of a playstyle, more of a personality, but still kind of playstyle. So, let me tell you something. When you go against a killer, and he's been swiping at you, he just can't get a hit, you start holding still. Just letting you know, he's losing his damn mind right now. Yes, he might play again, or he might leave the game. It's kind of, I'm not gonna lie to you. The playstyle people do is when they over chase and then they just can't get somebody, they lose their mind. This is kind of like the bad result of like the chaser category I was telling you about. Because when they just can't catch the survivor, they just start losing their fucking mind, bro. They just start losing their mind. So they stop and they leave the game. And it's very, very, very sad. And I feel bad for usually most ragers, but hey, they're quitters anyway, so why should we care, right? The hit and run playstyle. Basically, it's basically easy. Like, legit, that's the perfect example. You hit one survivor and you go to the next. These guys don't commit the chase experiment. What they do is they get a hit, go to another survivor. Get a hit, go to another survivor. And if you didn't heal within the time that he bounced back to you, then you're cooked. He didn't chase you. He just bounced off another survivor to get back to you. These guys are very simple, but it's actually a pretty smart strategy. Because if you play Wraith, that's actually how you should be playing. You shouldn't be playing just the chase. You should be playing the surprise to catch people off guard and hitting them, going to the next. Hitting them, going to the next. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes you can't do that because maybe somebody's too good on their team. But when you go against a real hit and run play style, it's actually pretty troublesome. Especially if they got nurses calling. Alright. The last one, the bully. I'm going to tell you like this. You know bully squads? Well, basically, this is just a bully version of the killer. They will put everything in the one camp tunnel. Destroy Swifts. When they find out it's a Swift, it's over. This is kind of like the Swift abuser, but this is actually a true bully. They don't care about winning. They care about making them suffer. That's what bully squads do. And since they care about making them suffer, the game is basically over. In their own way. They won the game because they made you suffer. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this series. I hope you enjoyed. This is the killer version. If you haven't seen the survivor version, it's on the YouTube channel right now. I'll see you in the next one.